no two boxers are created equal. While some may resemble one another, none are exactly the same. Each is blessed with something unique, some more than others, but what truly sets a fighter apart is the ability to maximize their strengths while navigating the weaknesses. In today's era, if there is one boxer closest to being a complete boxer, it is undoubtedly Terrance "Bud" Crawford. While skill is one thing and mastery another, even those have their limits. Ask any great champion what surpasses skill, and they will likely say intelligence. It is the fighter who can think clearly under the smoking barrel who ultimately triumphs.
And the speed of Crawford on this pound for pound stalwart, no less.
There are levels to everything. And in boxing, this hierarchy becomes most apparent at the elite level. While many fighters approach offense with a straightforward mindset, throw punches and break the guard, true mastery lies in a deeper, more strategic approach. A master technician like Terrance Crawford plays the long game, where every move, every lead up, and every punch serves a purpose beyond immediate damage. Each action is designed to set up the final strike, the decisive blow that creates and exploits an opening in the opponent's defense. To fully appreciate the complexity of Crawford's layered attacks, one must slow down film and watch closely how he meticulously constructs his offense. Every gesture provokes a reaction. Every feint or guard adjustment is a calculated invitation for the opponent to reveal weakness. What may appear as a tight, impenetrable guard can be suddenly manipulated to shift in a way that exposes vulnerabilities. This intricate dance of action and reaction exemplifies the highest level of boxing intelligence, where offense is not just about power, but about manipulation, control, timing, and strategic foresight.
In the midst of combinations, and this makes them very difficult to time. Combination wanted some.
In that body a little bit, the sluggish down.
Nice spin.
No single static guard is capable of blocking every punch. There's always an opening somewhere. For a defense to truly be effective, the defender must be proactive in the blocking. This is precisely where Crawford excels in layering his attacks. Not every punch needs to be thrown with speed or power. Each must be delivered with intention, but maintains a strong pocket presence, relying on hip movement and bending to gain superior positioning when at close range. He uses his lead jab to probe and tighten Evanesian's guard, encouraging Evanesian to tuck his head behind the guard. At this point, Bud shifts his head off the center line to avoid counters while simultaneously loading his right shoulder for leverage. This movement sets up a powerful right uppercut that slices right between Evanesian's tight defense. Now comes the exit. Bud positions his left side defensively, keeping his right flank clear of Evanesian's reach. He then feigns vulnerability by pulling back, baiting Evanesian's right cross, which Bud catches with his left glove, to then finally pivoting around to exit the exchange and reset to 50-50.
Inside work there from both guys. Crawford really.
It was in the pinning of Evanesian's guard that allowed Bud to step it in and eat the body, while hooking punches around the guard.
Evanesian's punch out was.
Crawford, look at him just going upstairs and downstairs, picking.
To then dare stand within arm's reach of Evanesian with his head exposed, deliberately drawing a punch, confident that his reflexes would allow him to roll and counter. Beating the puncher to the punch.
Watch the reaction by Crawford. Boom, counter. Roll to the right hook.
Watch how he turned that power to the right side and twerk. That was
Bud is exceptionally clever, particularly in his ability to read an opponent's tendencies and triggering their reactions. Going into the fight against Spence, who was considered the bigger, stronger fighter, but understood Spence was willing to engage in exchanges, confident in his punching power. What Spence didn't anticipate was Bud's skill in manipulating his instincts, baiting him into committing to punches that left him vulnerable. Instead of standing and exchanging punches, but consistently transitioned between positions as the engagements unfolded. A single step here,
Beautiful combination.
or a subtle shift there in his upper body was all it took to flow from offense to defense, allowing Bud to secure a more dominant angle to shoot his punches.
Given to Spence. Oh my.
Goodness, from left hand to the body, and Terrance Crawford having his way with Errol Spence Jr.
In boxing, the smallest movements can make the difference between drawing an opponent at a position and capitalizing on that brief opening. This is what separates talented fighters from generational ones.
Double jab.
Most boxers feel safe jabbing to the body because it comes from the outside and allows time to pull back, while many defend by tightening the elbows to protect the body, but instead cross his arms, causing Spence's glove to slide past his guard. This removed Spence's usual stopping point, causing him to overreach. Bud then punished this by firing a straight cross counter. While not fully committing to the cross, it was intended to delay Spence's recovery and load his lead shoulder. This set up a power jab, aimed precisely at the trajectory of Spence's head as it popped up.
And in the body, and there's
Spence kind of overreached there with that, and Crawford saw the opportunity, and it was
Crawford was able to land that straight left jab.
Whether it's tucking in the elbows to cause overreaching,
point of the third, step jab.
or creating misdirection. Every movement aims to touch an opening and provoke a reaction, revealing new openings to exploit.
So Crawford.
yeah, I mean the timing from Crawford is just phenomenal. I mean that right hook that
And layering his game against a technician in Madrimov, but blended fluid movement with precise timing to deliver fast, minimally telegraphed punches. He threw multiple punches in combination to probe and touch openings, creating misdirections that disrupted Madrimov's defensive rhythm. By using his punches to subtly herd Madrimov into vulnerable positions, Crawford guided him towards the path of the waiting right hook.
Did a nice job ducking out. Right hand now, 105, 104, heading into this last round, but Petrimov.
Rather than always following up the left cross with the jab, Crawford landed the jab to draw Madrimov in, setting up opportunities for even bigger, more decisive punches.
Controlling the fight, controlling the range, the distance.
There are levels to this game, and at the elite stage, the boys are separated from the men. Techniques that once worked lose their effectiveness. That's why fighters who master layering the offense consistently find ways to land their shots, even against the most elusive defenses.